Brady's the best of all time.
Tom Brady is the greatest football player I think to ever play.
Tom Brady.
When he first tried out for the high school football team, he couldn't even make the junior varsity squad. The kid was slower than molasses, running like he was stuck in the mud. Imagine a sloth trying to sprint. That's the kind of speed we're talking about. So how did this non-athletic player become the greatest of all time? Grab a cup of coffee and settle in as the Yak Fam dive into the remarkable transformation of Tom Brady, a player who redefined what it means to be great in the NFL. It all began on August 3, 1977 in San Mateo, California. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. entered the world as the youngest of 4 children, blessed with 3 older sisters, Maureen, Julie, and Nancy. Growing up in a competitive household, young Tom's fiery spirit was evident early on. Whether it was a game of rock, paper, scissors, or backyard sports, Tom hated losing. And that drive would become his defining trait. This competitive nature wasn't just about sports, it was about everything. Whether he was playing cards, board games, or even engaging in debates, young Tom always wanted to come out on top. Tom's parents, Thomas Sr. and Gallon, were incredibly supportive, fostering an environment where sports and competition were a part of daily life. His father, an insurance consultant, often played catch with Tom, while his sisters were involved in various sports, creating a household atmosphere that revolved around athletic pursuits. The Bradys were truly a sports family. This environment was crucial in shaping Tom's early understanding of competition, teamwork, and perseverance. However, that competitive spirit didn't translate to immediate success on the football field. In high school, Brady tried out for the Junipero Serra football team, but was so unimpressive that he couldn't even get playing time on JV. It was a tough pill to swallow for someone as competitive as Tom, but instead of giving up, he decided to use this setback as motivation. The joke was on them though, as the team didn't score a single touchdown that season. It wasn't until an injury forced him into action that he got his chance. By his junior year, his high school football IQ had earned him the starting QB spot on varsity. He went ahead and passed for over 3,700 yards in his high school career. Brady's high school years were a period of growth, both physically and mentally. Standing 6 foot 4 inches by the time he was a senior, Brady had the height of a quarterback but lacked the agility and speed that scouts look for. Yet, it was during this time that Brady began to develop the attributes that would later define his career: his incredible work ethic and his ability to remain calm under pressure. His coaches at Junipero Serra High School would often find him in the film room, studying game tapes for hours. He wasn't the fastest or the strongest, but he was determined to be the smartest player on the field. Despite his dedication, Brady still faced numerous challenges. He wasn't a star recruit coming out of high school. In fact, he was considered a long shot by many colleges. Brady sent his highlight reel to every school he could think of, hoping for a scholarship offer. What many fans don't know is that most colleges weren't interested, but the University of Michigan saw potential in the lanky quarterback from California. Brady's high school coach, Tom McKenzie, vouched for him, highlighting Brady's leadership qualities and his ability to perform in clutch situations. While football was Brady's first love, he was also a standout baseball player. As a catcher, he had a cannon for an arm, and his understanding of the game was unparalleled. So talented was he that the Montreal Expos drafted him in 1995. It's important to understand that this wasn't just any draft pick. The Expos were so impressed with Brady that they believed he could have a long career in the MLB. His arm strength, coupled with his baseball IQ, made him an intriguing prospect. However, Brady's heart was set on football. Despite his potential in baseball, he knew that his passion lay on the gridiron. This position wasn't easy, as baseball seemed like the safer choice. After all, he was more polished as a baseball player, and the likelihood of a professional career was higher. But Brady wasn't interested in taking the easy route. He wanted to prove to everyone, including himself, that he could succeed in football, a sport where he was constantly told he wasn't good enough. Brady's decision to pursue football over baseball is a testament to his willingness to take risks and bet on himself. This is a recurring theme throughout his career, whether it was choosing to go to Michigan, where he'd have to fight for a starting job, or later in his career when he decided to leave New England for Tampa Bay. Brady has always been willing to take the harder path if it meant following his passion. Tom's time at Michigan was no walk in the park. When he arrived in Ann Arbor in 1995, he was 7th on the depth chart, but that didn't deter him from fighting for the starting role. For a player who had always been overlooked, this was nothing new, but it was still a humbling experience. Brady quickly realized that he was playing for one of the most prestigious football programs in the country, and the competition was fierce. Michigan's roster was loaded with talent, and Brady was just another face in the crowd. In his first 2 years, Brady didn't see much playing time. The Wolverines had established quarterbacks ahead of him, and Brady's lack of speed and athleticism didn't exactly make him a standout. But this period was crucial for his development. Brady didn't ever complain or have his head down, and he used the time to learn. He spent countless hours in the film room, studying Michigan's offense and the defenses they would face. He worked tirelessly in practice, refining his mechanics and understanding of the game. Brady finally got his chance in 1998 after Brian Grease graduated and went to the NFL. But even then, his path was far from smooth. He had to compete with Drew Henson, a highly talented recruit who was seen as the future of Michigan football. The competition between Brady and Henson was intense, and the coaching staff initially decided to rotate the two quarterbacks. This would have frustrated most players, but Brady used it as motivation. He knew that every snap he got was an opportunity to prove himself, and he wasn't about to waste it. Despite the challenges, Brady excelled when given the chance. His calm demeanor, quick decision-making, and ability to perform in clutch situations set him apart. In 1999, he led Michigan to a 10-2 record, including a thrilling overtime victory against Alabama in the Orange Bowl, where Brady threw for 369 yards and 4 touchdowns. These performances caught the attention of NFL scouts, but even then, there were doubts about whether Brady could succeed at the next level. The 2000 NFL Draft was a pivotal moment in Tom Brady's life and career. Despite his success at Michigan, Brady wasn't seen as a top prospect. His NFL Combine performance didn't help his case. He ran a 5.28 second 40-yard dash, one of the slowest times for a quarterback, and his vertical leap was just 24.5 inches. Needless to say, scouts were unimpressed with his physical abilities, and many teams doubted whether he could handle the speed and physicality of the NFL. As the draft unfolded, Brady watched in disbelief as one quarterback after another was selected. 6 quarterbacks were taken before him, including Giovanni Carmazzi, Chris Redman, and T. Martin, names that have since faded into obscurity. By the 6th round, 198 players have been picked, and Brady was still waiting. Doubts began to creep in. Was his dream of playing in the NFL slipping away? Then, with the 199th pick, the New England Patriots finally called Brady's name. It was a compensatory pick, one of 4 that the Patriots received for losing free agents in the offseason. Brady was relieved, but he was also frustrated. He believed he deserved to be drafted higher, and this slight only fueled his desire to prove everyone wrong. When he arrived in New England, Brady famously told owner Robert Kraft, "I'm the best decision this organization has ever made." It was a bold statement, but one that would prove prophetic. He wasn't wrong. Still sporting a leftover beer gut from college and a bicep that looked more like a sausage than a chiseled professional athlete's arm, Brady knew he had his work cut out for him. He was the 4th quarterback on the depth chart behind Drew Bledsoe, John Freese, and Michael Bishop. But Brady wasn't intimidated. He immediately started putting in the work, outworking everyone in the building. His preparation was meticulous. He studied the playbook inside and out, watched endless hours of film, and spent extra time on the field honing his skills. Brady's work ethic didn't go unnoticed. He quickly moved up the depth chart, surpassing Freese and Bishop. The lone obstacle standing in his way now was Drew Bledsoe, a Pro Bowl quarterback, a former first-round draft choice, and the face of the Patriots franchise. But Brady wasn't deterred. He knew that if he continued to work hard and prepare as if he were the starter, his opportunity would come. That opportunity arrived sooner than anyone expected. In the second game of the 2001 season, the Patriots were playing the Jets when linebacker Mo Lewis delivered a devastating hit to Bledsoe, causing internal bleeding. Bledsoe was taken to the hospital and forced to miss significant time. With their starting quarterback sidelined, the Patriots turned to Tom Brady, a little-known backup who had never started an NFL game. Brady's first start came in Week 3 of the 2001 season against the Indianapolis Colts. He wasn't flashy, but he was efficient, leading the Patriots to a 44-13 victory. As the season progressed, Brady's confidence grew. He had an uncanny ability to manage the game, make smart decisions, and deliver in clutch moments. Under Brady's leadership, the Patriots finished the season with an 11-5 record and earned a spot in the playoffs. The 2001 playoffs were where Brady truly made his mark. In the AFC divisional round, the Patriots faced the Oakland Raiders in what would become one of the most controversial games in NFL history, the Tuck Rule game. Late in the game, with the Patriots trailing, Brady appeared to fumble the ball, which the Raiders recovered. However, after reviewing the play, the referees ruled that Brady's arm was moving forward, making it an incomplete pass. The Patriots retained possession, and Brady led them down the field for the game-tying field goal. The Patriots would go on to win in overtime, and Brady's legend began to grow. In the AFC Championship game, Brady faced the Steelers. Early in the game, Brady suffered an ankle injury and was replaced by Bledsoe. But when the Patriots advanced to the Super Bowl, Coach Bill Belichick made the bold decision to start Brady over the healthy Bledsoe. It was a risky move, but one that paid off. In Super Bowl 36, Brady led the Patriots to a 20-17 victory over the heavily favored St. Louis Rams, orchestrating a game-winning drive in the final minutes. At just 24 years old, Brady had won his first Super Bowl, and the Patriots had their first championship. The 2001 championship was just the beginning. Over the next few years, Brady and the Patriots would build a dynasty, winning 3 Super Bowls in 4 seasons. Brady's poise under pressure, combined with Belichick's defensive genius, made the Patriots nearly unstoppable. They would become known for their ability to win close games and deliver in the postseason, with Brady often leading game-winning drives in the final moments. But Brady's success wasn't just about his physical abilities. His mental toughness set him apart. He had an incredible ability to stay calm in high-pressure situations, a trait that earned him the nickname Tom Terrific. Whether it was a 2-minute drill or a fourth-quarter comeback, Brady thrived in moments when the game was on the line. His preparation was second to none. He studied opponents meticulously, knew their tendencies, and could exploit their weaknesses. One of the defining moments of Brady's career came in Super Bowl 38 against the Panthers. In a back-and-forth game, Brady led the Patriots on a game-winning drive in the final minutes, setting up Adam Vinatieri for the game-winning field goal. The Patriots won 32-29, and Brady was named Super Bowl MVP for the second time. He had cemented his status as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Brady's career wasn't without challenges. In 2008, he suffered a season-ending knee injury in the first game of the season. Many wondered if he would ever be the same player again. But Brady used the injury as motivation, returning in 2009 with a vengeance. He led the Patriots to a 10-6 record and was named the n.f.l. Comeback Player of the Year. But perhaps the greatest test of Brady's career came in the aftermath of the Deflategate scandal. In 2015, Brady was accused of using underinflated footballs in the AFC Championship game against the Colts. The NFL suspended Brady for 4 games, and the scandal dominated headlines for months.
Deflategate. Deflategate. Deflategate.
Many expected Brady to struggle under the weight of the controversy, but instead, he used it as fuel. Brady returned from his suspension with a chip on his shoulder. He led the Patriots to an 11-1 record in the games he started and guided them to Super Bowl 51 against the Falcons. In that game, Brady orchestrated one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. Trailing 28-3 in the third quarter, the Patriots stormed back, forcing overtime and eventually winning 34-28. Brady threw for a Super Bowl record 466 yards and was named Super Bowl MVP for the 4th time. It was a defining moment in his career and one that solidified his status as the GOAT. After 20 seasons with the Patriots, Brady made the shocking decision to leave New England in 2020 and sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Many questioned whether Brady could succeed outside of the Patriot system and without Belichick's guidance. But Brady was determined to prove that his success wasn't just a product of the system. It was a product of his talent and work ethic. Brady always believed himself, and it wasn't a risk to him to leave the Patriots to cement his legacy as the GOAT. In his first season with the Buccaneers, Brady faced numerous challenges. The team had a new coaching staff, a new playbook, and a roster full of players who had never played with Brady before. But as always, Brady rose to the occasion. He quickly gained the trust of his teammates and coaches, and the Buccaneers began to gel as a team. Brady led the Buccaneers to an 11-5 record and a playoff berth. In the postseason, Brady's experience and leadership were on full display. He guided the Buccaneers through a tough playoff run, defeating the Washington football team, New Orleans Saints, and Green Bay Packers to reach Super Bowl 55. In the Super Bowl, the Buccaneers faced the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs and their superstar quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. But Brady was unfazed by the challenge. He delivered a masterful performance, throwing 3 touchdown passes and leading the Buccaneers to a 31-9 victory. At 43 years old, Brady had won his 7th Super Bowl, more than any player in NFL history. He was named Super Bowl MVP for the 5th time, cementing his legacy as the greatest quarterback of all time. Tom Brady's career is a testament to the power of hard work, perseverance, and belief in oneself. Despite being told time and time again he wasn't good enough, Brady never gave up. He used every setback as motivation, turning doubt into determination. His journey from a slow, unathletic high school quarterback to the GOAT is one of the most remarkable stories in sports history. Brady's success wasn't just about physical talent. It was about his mental toughness, his intelligence, and his relentless work ethic. He outworked everyone around him, spent countless hours studying film, and always found ways to improve. His ability to perform in clutch situations, his leadership on and off the field, and his commitment to his craft set him apart from his peers. But perhaps the most impressive aspect of Brady's career is his longevity. Most players see a decline in their abilities as they age, but Brady defied the odds. He played at an elite level well into his 40s, setting new records and winning championships long after most players would have retired. His partnership with body coach Alex Guerrero and the development of the TB12 method played a significant role in his ability to maintain peak physical condition. Brady's impact on the game of football is immeasurable. He redefined what it means to be a quarterback, setting new standards for preparation, leadership, and performance. His influence extends beyond the football field. He's a cultural icon, a symbol of excellence and perseverance. So, how did Tom Brady, once an overlooked, unathletic kid, become the GOAT? With intelligence, an unyielding work ethic, and an unwavering competitive spirit. He defied expectations, shattered records, and became a legend in the process. Brady's story is a reminder that greatness isn't just about talent. It's about heart, determination, and the will to succeed against all odds. What do you think about Tom Brady's incredible journey? Thanks for watching our video, and be sure to like and subscribe. The Yak Fam appreciates your support, and thanks for making us part of your day.